Hey guys, so I decided to make this video inspired by another YouTube enthusiast who left me a comment under a very old video clip on is Mexico City dangerous? But she's going to be an au pair in for a year in Mexico, and she said, by the way, does anybody have any arguments how to persuade my parents? I think it's very interesting to ask me that because I'm totally a pro. No, I'm kidding. But I've got some tips that could possibly help. First, I wanted to kind of share with you a story, and maybe you kind of get my point at the end of it. So when I was 15, I wanted to use the bus, and my mother said no. And I couldn't, and if you know my mom, if you ever were to ask my mom, you'll know that I've been fighting for my independence since I was a very, very young girl. So when I was 15, this is no different than any other time. I really wanted to use the bus because both my parents were working and there were us 4 kids, and we were from not only different schools, but we went to schools in different times. So one of us was bound to get left behind, and I was getting pretty fed up. But because my mom said no, I had to find another way to do it. And so what I used to do was I used to go to the bus stop itself, the one closest to my house, and just sit there and write how many buses would go by, and at what time, the duration span between each bus. And I wrote down the numbers as well. And then I showed it to my mom and said, see, and I know the buses that go through. Like, I really had to prove my point that I can do it, to prove that I am smart enough to take the bus. She still said no. So what did I do? I just got on the bus. I just got on the bus. And so I started off with, let's say, a Sunday or a Saturday, and I walked over to the bus stop and I just got on the bus and I just took the bus for a ride. I didn't know where it was going, but I had a gut feeling that, the bus would always just do one round, right? So it would take me all the way to God knows where and then take me back. And, I just made sure that I had money with me. I even took the bus straight back to the town and then took the bus back just to get the idea and to come back and say, see, Mom, I actually used the bus and it took me here and there. And she was greatly disappointed as usual, but it at least proved that I knew how to use the bus, and I had to do the research to use the bus. So so my point is researching is really, really important. Research where you're going to be, especially in a place like Mexico City, where it has its dangerous points like any other city. So find out where you're going to be working. Find out the area. Make sure that this area is safe, and show it to your parents. Show it to your parents and say, look at where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in a very comfortable, safe environment. Even letters from the place where you're going to be working, from the people that you're working at, the house that you're working at, would also be really important. I even suggest using social media. That's what I've been doing. The reason why there's this YouTube channel and how it started was from all the traveling, because my mom was just worried of where I was going to be. The worry is never ever going to stop, like my mom said, but it's my job to worry. So you don't really have a say, and so you might as well just kind of play along with it. Now, what I noticed from all my traveling and my years of traveling is that it's getting easier because you have social media. You've got Facebook, you've got Twitter, you've got Instagram, you've got now YouTube, you've got blogging. So if your parents feel worried that they will not hear from you for a while, assure them that they can hear from you every single day if they need it, that that you're going to be safe. So through social media, just say that I'll make a blog every single day if you really need it, and make sure that you've got WhatsApp as well, or Viber. Snapchat, you can Skype, you can FaceTime. There are so many ways that you can keep the communication open so that they will not worry. Now, if they still have an argument about that, you know, they have the right to worry because they're parents, and or they have friends of a friend of a friend who was held at gunpoint or knife point, for example, then it's a hard one. That one you could try. Also, I've got a friend who will be positive and go, "Oh, mom, you know, I love you. I'll be fine." Now, I've tried that, and that also doesn't work. It's that does not work. So, yeah, the best is just to kind of let it be and just do your own thing. If you already have your tickets, just do it. Um, because then when you do it, they really have no choice. And of course, they're going to get angry. Of course, and of course, they're going to get upset. But you know what? They're not you. You don't. You were born as your own person, and they just need to understand that you are your own person, and you're not them in any way, and that you're doing everything right. That they cannot underestimate your intelligence as well. Make sure that you show them that you're street smart, that you're not going to do anything stupid, like, you know, what I said in the Mexico City video. Don't do stupid things like go out and walk the alleyways in the dark by yourself in a strange place. Probably it's not a smart thing, so don't do it. You know, and that's really all that they really need to know. They can't have a grasp over you anymore because you're an adult. Yeah, so you need to show them that they can trust you. And that's a hard one because I think parents, they just see you as a little kid forever. And so they can't trust you. And it makes it even harder if you're going to a place like Mexico. So they don't even know if they trust anybody else around or have any faith, you know, and it just doesn't work. I find that when parents get too worried like that, it's almost like in the back of their mind they're ready to say "I told you so" if anything bad happens, and that's not the way that I see it. To me, if there is this immediate worry that something bad is going to happen, that's already a curse on the child, that something bad is going to happen. I don't think they see it that way. They see it as a warning, but it's more like a curse. That you know, I just worry something bad is going to happen. Something bad is going to happen. Oh my God, something bad is going to happen. And then something bad happens. And then they're surprised at something bad, like, oh my God, something bad happened. I knew it. No, that's not the way to see it. If you keep thinking and believing that something bad is going to happen, something bad is going to happen. You've already cursed your child. So, yeah, so I'm pretty much against the worried, because you have no control over it. None of us actually have control over what's going to happen, but we can at least be smart about it. And so, yeah, do your research on where you're going to be, get all the contact details, you know, how long you're going to be there for. Assure them that you're going to use some sort of social media platform to communicate with them daily. And then just let it be. Just let it be. Let them worry and tell them that I'm going to be okay. And I want you to bless me with protection and a good time. That I'm going to learn things and I'm going to come back, you know, a grown-up even more and a beautiful person. Yeah. That you need to bless me instead of curse me. I don't want you to say I told you so. I want you to say have fun. I can feel that you're having fun. Okay? So make sure that you follow all these things. Make sure that you're not stupid. Make sure that you follow your gut instincts on things. If somebody feels not right in your gut, that, you know, that's just not somebody that you can trust, get out, step away, walk away, and then tell your parents about it because they like that kind of thing. It's like, how do you talk to your parents? You know what? It's I'm still learning. I'm 35 years old, and I still have to go through this worriness, this heavy cloud of worriness, and I hate it. I hate it to the core. But it is what it is, and I think it's getting better because I'm still alive. I think after all the traveling that I've done already, that I've proven that I know how to keep my wits about me, and that I'm going to be okay no matter where I am. So I hope that you do the same. Anyway, so I hope that helps. Take care, and if you have any questions, contact me. Ciao.